Hello, I hope you and your family are well. Let's have a look at what we're going to learn today. Make it a little bit bigger so you can see me. Okay, so today we're going to have a look at job skills. Over the last few weeks we've been looking at jobs, names of jobs, places of work, and duties, the things that people do in their jobs. Today we're going to have a look at skills. These are things that people can do and can do well in their job. So number one, you're going to do some listening. You're going to listen to some people talking about what they can do in their jobs. Number two, you're going to learn how to talk about skills, your skills, what you can do. And you're going to ask and answer questions about jobs and skills. We are going to think of preparing and taking part in a job interview. So we've got lots of pictures here and words, blue words to match the pictures. So you will need to pause this slide to match the picture with the word. Okay, so let's have a look at the words. We've got 10 words for you to read and 10 pictures for you to match the word and the picture. The words have numbers 1 to 10 and the pictures have letters A to J. So all you have to do is write the number 1 and then the picture that matches. If we read number 1, the word is, that's correct, dust. And if you look at the pictures, you will find that the picture that matches dust is eye. So you can write on paper number 1 and eye. That word and picture match. So pause the slide now, pause the video, and write down the other words or the other numbers and the letter of the picture that matches. Pause now. Okay, how did you get on? Let's have a look together. So number 1 was dust. And there's a picture there of dust, 1 eye. Number 2, work with people. And number 2 matches picture B. Work with people. So 2B. Number 3, sew. Which picture for this word, sew? It's going to be G. 3G. So 3 and G match. Number 4, work with money. And you should have had that picture. I hope most of you recognize that picture. F. 4F. Work with money. Number 5, use a computer. Number 5 matches picture E. 5E. Use a computer. Number 6, drive. And the picture that matched number 6 is H. 6H. Drive. Number 7, Hoover. Picture I. 7I go together. No, that's incorrect, isn't it? I was testing you. That's dust. So Hoover is actually C. 7C is Hoover. Number 8, clean. And you should have had picture D. 8D, clean. Number 9, speak English. And you should have had picture J. Speak English is 9J. And then the last one, number 10, cook. So number 10A. Okay, all these pictures and words are things that people can do. They are skills. And we will find out a little bit more about them in a moment. Okay, so let's think about making sentences. So see if you can make sentences using the words we've got here. Can, cook, I. Is that a sentence? Don't think so. Drive, I can't. Is that a sentence? That sounds a bit strange. No. So pause. Put the words in the correct order. So pause now and write down those words in the correct order. Okay, how did you do? Let's see if we can put them in the correct order. I can cook. And this full stop goes at the end of the sentence. I can cook. What about this sentence? I can't drive. Now, this is quite a difficult word, can't. So instead of cannot, we can say can't. We can shorten that word. And if you look at the pictures, this will help you understand what this means. So in this picture, we have a picture of someone cooking, and there's a tick, which means yes, I can cook. This picture is somebody driving a car, and there's a cross, which means negative. I cannot or I can't drive. Okay. If you want to pause and read again, you can. We'll go to the next slide. Now we're going to have a look at questions, making questions. And again, you will need to pause in a moment to write down on paper what you think the question is. Cook you can. That doesn't sound right. You drive can. No. So pause now and see if you can write the questions. Okay, how did you do? Let's have a look. Let's make some questions. So, can you cook? question mark at the end. Can you cook? Our voice goes up a little bit as we're asking this question. Can you cook? And this question here about this lady, same. Can you drive? Question mark. Can you drive? If you want to, you can practice those questions. Let's have a look at the answers. We've got I can, yes, and can't, no, I. That's not correct. So pause again and see if you can write the answers on your paper. How did you do? Okay, let's have a look at the answers. Yes, I can. So let's look at the question again. Can you cook? Yes, I can. What about the next question? Can you drive? What do you think? No, I can't. We'll stop at the end. Can you cook? Yes, I can. Can you drive? No, I can't. Okay, so we've been practicing making sentences about our skills, what we can and can't do, and questions about what we can and can't do. Now we're going to listen to other people talking about things that they can and can't do in their jobs. And we have 4 people that you are going to listen to. Number 1 is Salma. Number 2, Reshma. Number 3, Nora. And number 4, Fozana. So you're going to listen to them in a moment. And there are 2 possible answers. It's either going to be A or B. So you will need to write your answers, A or B, on a piece of paper when you listen. And then we can check afterwards. So are you ready to listen and write down your answer? So Salma will speak first, and then you will choose A or B, something that she can do. And it's the same for all the other people that we're going to listen to. So we're listening to 4 people, and you will write down 4 answers, A or B, on paper. Let's see if we can find the recording.
Number 1, Salma.
I can cook well. I'm good at cooking a lot of different things.
Number 2, Reshma.
I can drive. I'm good at driving.
Number 3, Nora.
I can clean. I can dust, and I can hoover.
Number 4, Farzana.
I can speak English, and I can use a computer. I'm good at working with money and with people.
Okay. How did you do? Did you hear? Did you listen? Okay, let's have a look and see if we can find the answers. Okay, I think we'll listen once more. Looking at the pictures, we have got Salma and we have A, speak English, and B, cook. So I think we might take it more slowly this time. See if you can choose one of these pictures.
Number 1, Salma.
I can cook well. I'm good at cooking a lot of different things.
Okay, let's have a look. Do you remember what Salma said? She said she can cook well. So you should have had 1B. Let's have a look at 2. Let's listen to Reshma. And we have 2 pictures, driving and money. Let's see what she says.
Number 1, Salma.
I can cook well. I'm good at cooking a lot of different things.
Number 2, Reshma.
I can drive. I'm good at driving.
Number 3,
What about Reshma? What did she say? Yes, she said she can drive. She's good at driving. So let's have a listen to Nora, number 3. And we have A. Can you remember this picture? Work with people. And B, clean. Let's listen to Nora.
Number 1, Salma.
I can cook well. I'm good at cooking a lot of different things.
Number 2, Reshma.
I can drive. I'm good at driving.
Number 3, Nora.
I can clean. I can dust. And I can hoover.
And Nora, what can Nora do? Yes, you should have had B. She can clean. She can dust and hoover. So last person is Farzana. And if you look at the pictures, picture A, sewing, picture B, can you remember? Use a computer. Let's listen to the last person.
Number 1, Salma.
I can cook well. I'm good at cooking a lot of different things.
Number 2, Reshma.
I can drive. I'm good at driving.
Number 3, Nora.
I can clean. I can dust. And I can hoover.
Number 4, Farzana.
I can speak English and I can use a computer. I'm good at working with money and with people.
Okay, do you remember what Farzana can do? She can do quite a few things. She said she can use a computer. B. So you should have had 1 B, 2 A, 3 B, 4 B. Okay, let's move on. So I did mention at the beginning, it's important if you go for a job interview that when the employer is speaking to you, asking you questions, that you can speak clearly about your skills, the things that you can do. So let's have a look at the questions. The question you would be asked is, what can you do? What can you do? Let's have a look at the pictures to help us. I can speak English and I can use a computer. I can speak English and I can use a computer. Okay, now it's your turn. We've got another question here, still at a job interview. What can you do? So just pause for a moment, see if you can write a sentence. Got a picture here and here. What do you think? I can hoover and I can dust. I can hoover and I can dust. What about you? What can you do? See if you can write some sentences. Practice speaking as well. Okay, that's the end of this lesson.